the Bowels of Netflix, where your fearless co-hosts Isaac and Larry force each other to watch the worst pieces of shit on Netflix. We will go over every bad edit, all the broken dialogue, all the wooden acting, and laugh along the way, because this is the Bowels of Netflix! Alright, and welcome to the Bowels of Netflix. I am Isaac, and with me as always is my fearless co-host Larry. How are you doing this week, Larry?
So remind me, are we doing the Bowels of Netflix or my new idea for a spin-off podcast where I talk about how Godzilla is basically a biblical story, and I'm almost not kidding.
Huh.
I've been watching Godzilla movies. Apparently this Kong vs. Godzilla is supposed to be really good. My sister and I saw Kong Skull Island in theaters one night with, I don't know, neither of us drink, but I think we were both drunk. And it was
Bill Cosby nearby?
Well, I don't know. It was a while ago. I don't know. It was surprisingly pretty good for what it was. I mean, it's fucking King Kong and Samuel L. Jackson. And I think Loki was in it too. What's not to like?
That makes sense.
I have a
Jesus?
What's that?
Is Godzilla Jesus?
No, he's like a demon from the Book of Revelation.
Oh, okay. Who's Jesus? King Kong?
I didn't get that. I don't think the whole Bible is the story of Godzilla, Isaac. I think I can point to specific spots that I think that Godzilla might be slightly based on.
This podcast is falling apart already. Let's just do a Bowels of Netflix episode. Is that okay?
I mean, yeah. How much in Bowels of Netflix can I compare to Godzilla?
We will see, because this movie has dragons in it.
It's like Godzilla, but not as cool.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Godzilla, Isaac.
I've probably never seen a Godzilla movie.
You've never seen a Godzilla,
lizard.
Really? Not even like the old bad ones or the old good ones, because there's both.
Yeah, no, none of them.
You've got. Oh, we're gonna. That's going on a list of things we need to watch together.
Was Schindler's List? Oh, right, no, that wasn't about lizards.
Godzilla
Never mind.
Does make a cameo. If you look way in the background, you can see him. It's the same size, just with a tiny little Nazi hat on his head. They didn't resize it.
He's the last one on the list.
Had to make some big ovens. Oh man. Shit. God, that felt awful. I don't think I've ever cried as hard at a movie as I did at Schindler's List.
I really thought you were going to say Godzilla.
No. It's impossible to cry at a Godzilla movie. Schindler's List broke me in the worst way. Mostly because I was trying very hard not to be broken and failed spectacularly.
That's always the best.
Yeah.
Well, we are the Bowels of Netflix.
Yes.
We watch movies, the bad movies.
Yes.
We describe them.
Yes.
Find us on Facebook. Find us on Twitter. Make sure to like, rate, subscribe. Tell your fucking friends. Tell your grandmother to hide her medication. She deserves it. Mm-hmm. Also, you could email us at bowelsofnetflix@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. And funny story about that.
Oh, man.
So we got a recent email about this movie, just a brief one from one of our listeners, Paul. I'll read that in a moment. And then also, while digging through the Gmail account, because I work at a tech company and I know how spam filters work, we got 2 emails from one of our beloved listeners, Michael Nanaman. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right.
I'm so sorry.
Back in July and September?
So it's April of the year next.
It's less than a year late.
Oh, man.
So we'll read those at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
So stay tuned.
I feel
really,
awful that
sorry.
I somehow missed it. This shit is supposed to come right to my phone. I have no idea how they got missed.
Yeah, we'll work on the knobs and dials and the bits and the bobs.
Yeah. Also, I am back on my laptop. That's why we didn't record for a while, because my fucking laptop, which I told me would take 5 days, ended up taking 15 days somehow. So, and I didn't want to keep. I heard the last episode where I recorded through my phone, and I wanted to punch myself in my own face more so than normal, hearing the tinny sound of my voice and the P's and B's without a pop filter.
Yeah.
So.
Just some of the plosives. It wasn't that bad, Larry.
Oh, no. I am such a fucking voice snob when it comes to podcasts. There's podcasts I really genuinely like, and just like the sound of a person's voice, it's like, God, I can't. These all 3 hosts are great, but the one guy, his voice just drives me up a wall. And
you should be able to mute people individually.
I really wish I could. I really wish I could. Then I could just say whatever I want, because no one's going to fucking ever listen to my voice.
All right, so the email from Mr. Paul. So I heard you were watching the 7th son of the 7th son of the 7th son. You'll enjoy the action, but God, does it drag on. Have fun. Looking forward to hearing your misery, all while staying
quite decocoed. Decocoed?
Spaghetti de coco.
Oh, wait, why is he decocoed?
I don't know. He really, the spaghetti, as much as spaghetti de coco tickled us, it tickled him as well. Paul, I happen to know in my regular life. But,
I think that's a crime to be tickled in that way.
Well, spaghetti's probably, I'm not going to accuse him of anything. God bless you, spaghetti. I hope you're doing well. I hope your pandemic hasn't brought you down. Love you, buddy.
He's fucking hanging from the rafters in someone else's garage because he can't afford one.
I think he's like a ranch, doesn't he? Look, man, he's got at least 1% of a movie that had Disney money.
Yeah, he's got a hot tub full of dog cum.
Anyway, yes, thank you, Paul, for emailing in.
And you were right. This is disaster, and you will enjoy my suffering.
And I can assure you, Isaac will not like the action. If I know anything about Isaac, he will not give a fuck.
No, yeah, it's one of the better things about the movie. It's just also not very good, and I don't really like action that much anyway.
Right.
Especially when it's not very good and not, held together by any semblance of a story. There's that.
Well, before we dig into it, as usual, I have misjudged my dog's intentions and have to let him out. So feel free to comment on my ass as I walk away to open the door for him.
Shake that thing, baby.
Come on.
He's got a gummy bear stuck to the naked cheek. Larry, I told the listeners, you have a gummy bear stuck to your naked ass cheek.
There's universes where that could be correct. But I always look forward to it. Whenever I walk away from my headphones, I always look forward to then listening to the episode and hearing just what the fuck you actually say.
Oh, I spoiled it for you.
Good.
If you need to leave again, I can, I don't know.
I'm sure in a fucking hour he's going to want to come back in here because God forbid he ever makes up his fucking mind.
So, Seventh Son was based on some kind of book. I didn't do a whole lot of research onto the book because the movie was bad enough. The movie came out in 2014, so fairly recent. Its budget was $95 million, and its worldwide gross was $114 million. So it did okay. It recouped its budget, but definitely wasn't a blockbuster of any sort.
Well, wait a minute.
Runtime.
Well, this was the commercial disaster one, right?
I guess. I don't...
Well, hold on. That was that was 3/4 of the selling point for me choosing this. Now you've got me confused here.
I guess probably if you factor in, like, if they marketed it, I can't. If they did a lot of marketing, then it probably lost money, because a lot of big movies like this, they'll do a $50 million or $100 million marketing budget, although I don't remember ever seeing this was a thing. Although, to be fair, my finger hasn't been on the pulse for 15 years, because I'm an old man.
Well, sure.
Yeah, I guess when you factor that in. But yeah, it didn't make, like, $2. So, I don't know about about financial disaster. But it's a disaster in every other respect.
I guess, you know what? That might just, apparently, I'm looking at the Wikipedia now, and, whether or not that information's accurate, you can fuck yourself. It's apparently North America, it was a commercial disaster, because it had, according to Variety, the film had a projected loss of $85 million.
Oh, damn.
It only made $7 million opening weekend, and it played in, like, less than 3,000 theaters, which I don't know what that means. But I guess it did well elsewhere, enough to make its money back.
Yeah. Well, it's still a disaster.
I'm sure. I'm certain.
It's a little longer than an hour and a half, 102 minutes. IMDb, it's at a 5.5, which, like, every movie we cover is between a 5 and a 6 on IMDb. Like, almost nothing is different. It's weird.
It's funny, when we started this podcast, I was like, IMDb, they don't know shit. But now I'm just seeing, like, oh no, the average American's an idiot. So yeah, most of these appeal to the average American. That's what, for me, I always get excited whenever I see the IMDb's low now. Because Rotten Tomatoes can kind of, that can waver. People are wrong all the time. I mean, Orgasmo.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. It's classic.
Sure.
Should have won the Oscar if it wasn't for Titanic.
Yeah, whatever you say, darling.
Rotten Tomato critic for Seventh Son is 12%, and the audience is 34%.
That's more
definitely pretty low. And this is fairly star-studded. We'll get into it. There's 3 big names. Jeff Bridges, Julianne Moore, and Kit Harrington, famous for playing Jon Snow, is in this movie.
That's right. Kit Harrington is in this. Yeah.
Yeah. His part's great. Mm-hmm. It's great.
You sound so convincing.
So we open with some dude locking something in a weird cave prison on a mountain, and then we get a montage of seasons passing and years passing, and like the sun goes down and goes up and the clouds come in and all that shit you've seen a million times.
Am I a bad person because I love that shot in movies? It's hacky and terrible, but I kind of love it.
It's like I'm a sucker for a good old time lapse of like a bridge being built or something.
Yes,
there's something about a time lapse that's just like.
I think about like that hyper speeding up time to see the changes in the world around. I don't know. I love that. Something about that like touches deep in my soul.
And it was done, it was kind of cartoonish. I mean, this movie is just kind of cartoonish.
You don't say.
But it was done reasonably well. And then, kaboom! A dragon flies out of the prison and into the air, and oh no, plot.
Oh shit. So my initial question is, and you may or may not know this, because I don't remember because I try to block the show out. Game of Thrones. This movie was 2014. When did Game of Thrones start? Like 2015, I want to say?
Oh, no, it started much earlier than that.
Oh, really?
2010? 2011?
Really? That early? Shit. Man, my memory is garbage. In my head, Game of Thrones ended like 4 months ago. So this is Kit Harrington. He's already in the swing of dragons.
Yeah. This is probably around season 3-ish of the show. So he was definitely a name because of Game of Thrones, but he also wasn't really like quite like the main star of it yet. It was a little more ensemble until everyone else died.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, they obviously got Kit Harrington because nerds fucking we got
a dragon movie. We got a guy who he already is used to training with dragons. He rides dragons. He might be a dragon in real life. Yep.
Just some executive chomping on a cigar. Yeah, this Kit Harrington guy, let's get him in the fucking movie. We'll make $100 million. No problem. Bing, bang, boom, zip, zop. You can stop sucking my dick now, secretary. I'm done. I finished like 20 minutes ago. I didn't bother telling you. God, didn't you graduate high school? Oh, no, that's right, you didn't. You moved here at 16 and started being my secretary.
I can picture this man in my head.
It's Harvey Weinstein.
No, I think he was too busy jerking off into a plant, that piece of shit. Couldn't place that man's accent. But I know it was the accent of a villain.
Yes. That's a class you need to have at the School of Villainy, accents.
Yeah, you know what? That is definitely going to be on the curriculum. Mm-hmm. I'm going to have to. That's going to have to be the podcast we make in 5 years. I'm going to have to actually fucking make a School of Villainy.
You just cater it to politicians, and you will be so rich.
I think they can teach me, clearly. Well, I'm poor, so clearly. Before we go any further, I can hear you fine. The audio quality hasn't dropped, but your video has frozen.
Oh.
So we should keep that in mind.
All right. If you hear any audio quality issues, just let me know.
Okay. I'll let you know if you unfreeze.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll say something.
We see Jon Snow enter a tavern. And it's not Kit Harrington, it's Jon Snow. He's the exact same hair, the exact same beard. They have done nothing to make him look like a different character.
Does he do the accent? Is that his voice?
No, he doesn't have his whatever Jon Snow accent. Jon Snow.
I don't want it. I can't do it. I can't do that accent.
I think he's just an American accent. I don't know, but the cigar executive just yoinked him off the set of Game of Thrones and like shoved him onto this soundstage.
Yeah, in my head, they just didn't even tell him it's not Game of Thrones.
Seriously. So he goes up to the bar, and there is Jeff Bridges, who is overacting as a crackhead Gandalf with a ridiculous voice.
You're back, by the way.
Okay, good. Jeff Bridges is at the bar overacting as a crackhead Gandalf with a ridiculous voice. And it's so over the top. He's got this long, spindly, like, bushy mustache and goatee. It's not the full Gandalf beard. But he's wearing robes. But he's like a drunk Gandalf. He's always drinking from his little flask.
Now, Isaac,
but his fucking voice.
Now, Isaac, I fucking love me some Jeff Bridges.
He's a good man.
The Big Lebowski, shockingly for me, a man who completely teetotals every substance, The Big Lebowski might be my favorite movie of all time.
It's in my top 5 for sure.
And so it's good. This was my hesitation: is can Jeff Bridges really be in a movie this bad?
Yes, he can. I don't know what happened, but every good person, like I'm sure Mother Teresa killed a hooker and put her in a dumpster once.
I think she did that many times. Mother Teresa's terrible.
Oh yeah, that is right. I always forget.
She's horrible. I'm pretty sure she's reviled.
Yeah, she's pretty shitty. She did some manipulative things.
Yeah.
Whatever. Whatever. Mr. Rogers. I'm sure he fucking jerked off in an apple pie and gave it to his mother on Thanksgiving.
Listen. I need to live in a world where we have one paragon who's never done anything wrong, and I think it's Mr. Rogers.
It might be. Possibly
I'm not gonna
Bob
have
Ross.
him. But oh boy, yeah, that's another good contender. We got to have
Just
somebody
imagine
we
a
don't
porn
want.
with the two of them just fucking.
I think
Like hate fucking each other.
no, I can't top that. Nothing I can say can top that image in my head, which just lives there now. Hello, thoughts.
Welcome to your dreams for the next several weeks.
Welcome to Behind My Eyes.
But yeah, Jeff Bridges' voice is. I can't even. I was trying to do it, but. Oh, Jon Snow, what are you talking about? It's just.
What the fuck?
It's. You almost can't understand him, and he like puffs his lips up, and it's awful. It's one of the worst performances I've ever seen.
Oh my god.
It's so infuriating. So Jon Snow tells him there's a 10-year-old girl who's been infected and that the bells are ringing. Crackhead Gandalf ignores him and keeps drinking. Yeah, that's another name I had to type out 500 times and got really annoyed by the end of it.
What I started doing was I just take the longest name and just make that my copy paste. The one I get tired of typing the most.
Yeah, I should just use Text Blaze and set it up and just, yeah. Anyway. So some other random guy says Crackhead Gandalf has no honor and like challenges to a fight. But it turns out Crackhead Gandalf is an extremely talented knight and defeats the other guy only using his tankard, even though the other guy has a sword. Okay,
so is he actually a knight, or because you're saying Gandalf, so in my head he's a wizard?
He is a knight.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to make sure.
I'm gonna get this out of the way now. Because so the vague plot that unfolds later is that there's seventh sons of seventh sons, and then there's special knights.
Okay.
Who go around and protect the world from evil magic stuff.
Sure, yeah. Whatever.
And our main character, who's surprised fucking isn't Kit Harrington. I'll explain that shortly.
Okay, interesting.
Is another seventh son of a seventh son, and Jeff Bridges is training him.
Okay.
And Jeff Bridges, turns out, is the last seventh son knight guy. The seventh son knight guys are called... And Larry, just a refresher, Jeff Bridges, what is his racial identity? Give or take.
He's a white-ish man.
He's a white-ish man, yep. The name of the knights of the seventh sons of the seventh sons are... Spooks.
Oh my god. Son of a bitch.
I know. It's really weird.
Jesus.
Not spookly. If it was spookly, it'd be great.
That fucking square piece of shit.
But, man, it just... Like 30 minutes into the movie is the first time I heard it, where he's like, oh, what are you knights called? And Jeff Bridges is like, spooks. I'm like, what? That came out of left field? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a word with multiple meanings, but, you know, it's sort of... Nope, it's over. Can't do that anymore.
Yo, what? You just pick a new word?
Yep.
Just make up a new word. Why do you use a word that's already in existence that is racially charged?
Right.
Why do you do that?
Right.
Why?
I mean, so I can't fucking believe that. So Jeff Bridges, let me get this straight. I want to make sure. So I can't even fucking.
You can't even process.
I can't. I'm trying to like organize my thoughts to fucking even figure out what I'm trying to get here. I don't. Who was in the Bad News Bears? Was it Jeff Bridges?
I don't think so.
Wasn't he the fucking guy from the Bad News Bears? No, Walter Matthau.
The remake or the original?
Well, the Walter Matthau's. What's the remake? Okay, hang on.
The remake's Billy Bob Thornton.
It's Billy Bob Thornton. Okay, it's the other crusty old white guy. All right. Because I was gonna say, did this just become the Bad News Bears of fucking medieval knights? Is that what they are?
Probably. I think that'd be a good description.
I mean, because I know you have not explained literally anything, so maybe I'm just getting ahead of myself. But who gives a fuck about the seventh sons of seven? Who cares? The third son of the fifth son is meaningless. Everyone's meaningless Except for
Well,
fucking the 1 and 2 and maybe 3.
They're all magic-y and strong.
Oh, so... for fuck's sake.
Something about being a seventh son of a seventh son makes you magic-y and strong.
Yeah, the fucking witch played a magic slot machine back in ye olde times, and now they're all...
Hey, don't call my wife a magic slot machine.
Well, I was going to ask how she was, but I guess I know.
That's only on weekends we share.
Fucking A. Oh, my God.
It pays the rent. What can you do?
It's astonishing she has not divorced or killed you yet. I really don't even... The long suffering is not enough to describe
I
her.
think it's one of those slow poisoning situations where, like, she's just putting a little bit of mercury, like, in the beans she makes, and then eventually I'll die.
You do look more pale and wan every time I see you.
Well, that's an underused word.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, Crackhead Gandalf wins the fight with only his tankard, even though the other guy has a sword. And then at the end, he's like, "The challenge is not winning with a tankard. It's winning without spilling a drop."
Fucking A.
And then he chugs his ale.
Oh, God. Of course he does. Okay, so he's drunk and on crack.
So Crackhead Gandalf and Jon Snow jump on their fancy wagon and race to help the little girl. The little exorcist girl is chained up on the floor of a church, making crucifixes fly around via telekinesis.
Spooky.
Crackhead Gandalf yoinks the witch demon out of the girl, and it's Julianne Moore with a big metal tail and long claw fingers.
Okay, the cast is getting larger every second. Weird.
So
Julianne Moore. I know her by name, but what's her? Does she have any roles of note that I should remember?
Oh, yes, but I don't remember them. I looked her Wikipedia. She was in the Red Dragon, or Hannibal, whatever, the sequel to the Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
And she's been in a bunch of other stuff. I think she's won
Jurassic
an Academy
Park.
Award.
Yeah, okay. Boogie Nights, probably. Oh, wait, Big Lebowski, too. Jesus, who is she in Big Lebowski?
Maud.
Oh, she's Maud. Yeah, duh. Okay, I just saw her face. Why didn't I start by looking at her face, you fucking moron? Jesus Christ.
But she's definitely kind of like Jeff Bridges. Like, she's had some weird movies here and there, but she's generally a fairly well-respected, I guess, A-list. I mean, not like huge A-list. A-minus list.
Not in 2014, I don't think.
Yeah.
She's getting older, less roles.
So she has some stilted banter and then turns into a mini dragon, which Jon Snow and Crackhead Gandalf fight for a bit, eventually catching her in a silver net. They go to chuck her in a cage on their wagon, but at the last second she snatches up Jon Snow and pulls him into the cage with her, using her weird metal bone tail thing. She wraps the metal tail around his neck and makes his face turn black before Crackhead Gandalf sets the whole cage on fire. She goes back into dragon form and bursts out of the cage and flies away, and Jon Snow burns to death.
So Jon Snow's fucking dead by minute 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
He probably filmed everything in a day.
Oh my God.
No, by minute 5. Minute 5.
Wait, we're only 5 minutes in? On my head, we had...
Yes.
Oh my God.
No, absolutely not.
Fucking...
Nothing has happened. Jon Snow, pulled Jeff Bridges out of the tavern, and they went and yoinked the dragon out of the little girl, and then the dragon,
they
flies
must
away,
have...
and Jon Snow gets burned to death.
Jon Snow has a very good agent, because they must have been like, yeah, you can afford Kit for a day.
I'm curious how much he was paid.
He will bring his pants from this Game of Thrones set, and you must provide the top. Fucking, I don't know. That's just it's funny because mild spoiler warning for fucking the 2014 version of Godzilla, which I just watched last night to bring it back to Godzilla cast. If you watch the trailer for that movie, if you want to jump ahead about a minute. Bryan Cranston, you Isaac can fuck off. Bryan Cranston is in every shot of the trailer that doesn't involve Godzilla. He's dead by minute 20.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and it was like, I'm watching this and I'm like, well, wait a fucking minute. I'm watching his dopey ass son? Give me a break. It was just some guy. Fucking stupid.
Yeah, no, this was only 5 minutes. It was
Jesus
unbelievable. We see a brooding teenage boy who's a complete disappointment because he's not Kit Harrington.
So that is what a lot of young girlfriends have said about their young boyfriends. in the last 10 years.
Just please fuck me from behind and put a Kit Kat bar on my pillow so I can weep onto it.
Jesus Christ.
We see, the brooding teenage boy. He wants to be a hunter and travel the world, but his little sister reminds him it's time to feed the pigs. There's some shit where he's trying to hunt a deer by throwing a knife at it, and he's good at throwing knives, but he's not good at killing deers. I don't know.
Something about that just sounds so stupid. That's like the kind of dumb thing I would try to do in Skyrim if I got really fucking bored.
That's what this character is. This is some 13-year-old Skyrim character.
Great.
He has a PTSD flashback with crackhead Gandalf's face in it, and Julianne Moore and dragons and shit and whatever. And his mom comes up to him and she's like, "Oh, you're having visions again?" And he's like, "Hey, Mom, jeez." He's 17, so that's what his voice is.
I know you have 3 voices. It's okay.
Shut up, you. Crackhead Gandalf arrives on a rowboat, and we find out the brooding teenage boy is the 7th son of a 7th son.
Of course.
And Crackhead Gandalf buys him.
Yeah, that actually doesn't surprise me. There's a lot of fucking medieval stories where that happens.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Mama gives Hero Boy her special pendant or some bullshit. It's like necklace.
I really thought when you started that sentence it was going to be special potato. This is my brain filled in the syllables as you went along.
Now, son, we've had this potato in our family for 14 generations. Don't you dare lose it.
Fucking immediately drops it overboard in the boat. And a fucking fish eats the whole thing.
Mom, it's not a potato, it's a rock. I've been telling you ever since I was 5. Oh, it's a potato. You just have to unlock the magic powers.
Jesus Christ. Sometimes I think we're brilliant and should be in Hollywood, and other times I think we should be in a fucking shallow grave.
You just have to take the stone potato, travel to Idaho, and you will rule the world.
I guess this is set on Earth. You said there was fucking crucifixes. Unless this fantasy land has fucking ye old Jesus.
It's pretty clearly not Earth, so that's a good point. I wonder why the fuck are there crucifixes?
Can we write a play called Ye Old Jesus? That's literally all I have of it so far, but I feel like there's something there.
That's got legs.
It's a good
got
title
legs for days.
Yeah. Well,
Ye Old
not
Jesus.
Not until they're nailed to a cross.
So would it be? would it be like if Jesus never got crucified and then he's just crotchety old Jesus who like no one really cares about?
That would be kind of awesome. We would be actually murdered, but
yes,
it would be awesome. Just like,
There we go.
It's just, he's Jesus in hard times and he's like 55.
Yeah, look, I can turn water into wine. Whoop-de-doo. Let me have another glass. The lady is impressed? No, of course not. Ever since Mary Magdalene ran off and started sucking Judas's cock. I gotta stop before I get murdered.
Judas fucking rolls up in a sports car. Like a bunch of 18-year-olds.
He crumples up a $20 bill and throws it at Jesus' feet. Hey, Jesus, go to Arby's on me, all right?
Have some bread and fish on me, you piece of shit. See, look, we've already fucking wrote a better movie than Seventh Son.
Oh,
and all it's going to cost us is, what's the fucking percentage of the world that's Christian? Like 47? Some bullshit.
It's like 2 billion plus,
Yeah,
not a lot.
Yeah, well, we have all our Kansas fans. They seem like they're,
We just need
Buddhists
to appeal to our Hindu audience. That's what we got to do. There's 1 billion people in India.
Yeah.
To get over to India.
Yeah, we reviewed Grand Masti. That was our foot in the door.
Okay, so Julianne Moore returns to her mountain palace and restores the burnt-out mess to all its old glory. And she fixes her sister's ashy, burned-up face. Okay. And she's all better.
Is her sister anyone of note?
No, not that I recognized.
Fair enough.
That's pretty. Those are the 3 names: Kit Harrington, Julianne Moore, and Jeff Bridges.
Not small names by any stretch. Well, I mean, Kit. I don't even know if you can say Kit Harrington. He's in 5 fucking minutes.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt's
There's some
in
other
10
people I
seconds
recognize,
of Deadpool,
but,
for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, just sort of like I know that face, but didn't bother looking them up because I know them as a character actor.
Right.
Crackhead Gandalf and Hero Boy arrive in town. Crackhead Gandalf goes to the tavern to drink and tells Hero Boy to get provisions. Hero Boy encounters an enthusiastic crowd about to burn a witch, who of course is a beautiful young lady, who's kind of plain looking because the two lead characters in this movie just suck.
Yep.
So he approaches the crowd and tells them that I'm Crackhead Gandalf's assistant, and I will take care of that very dangerous witch, and that just totally works. And the crowd's like, oh, sure, go ahead. So he walks off with her into an alley where they flirt a bit, and he releases her, and she disappears.
Okay.
Surprise, surprise, she's actually a witch.
Yep. I was expecting that. See, if you didn't say she was a lead, my guess was going to be that he was going to say, obviously he's going to save her and flirt with her, but then she's going to turn out to be like an old, cantankerous, actually evil witch who's just dragging him along.
That would be much better.
That would actually be good. That's not even that good, but it sounds like it would be better.
So she's now sexy witch. She's reasonably attractive. I'd throw her a bone. She's early 20s. I'm telling you.
There's a T-shirt to put out. Just a picture. I know this is an audio podcast. A picture of you like looking up thoughtfully into the sky. I'd throw her a bone, and then a list of everybody you throw a bone.
And on the back, early 20s? Question mark. So, Sexy Witch then returns to the Mountain Palace, where we find out that the ashy, burned-up lady that Julianne Moore healed is actually Sexy Witch's mother.
Okay.
So, Julianne Moore is Sexy Witch's aunt, because the burned-up witch's sisters with Julianne Moore. Family tree. Fun.
Was there, like, a time skip in between Jon Snow and now?
Not one that was made clear.
Okay.
I don't think there's supposed to be much, because I think,
So Jeff Bridges is just like, nope, lost another one. And then just
they kind of play that up where like multiple apprentices of his die, and he has to keep getting new ones.
Sure.
So, Sexy Witch. Julianne Moore says the blood moon is coming. That's not a period thing, and that they'll all be super powerful when the blood moon arrives on their tampons.
It's fucking that seems like standard witchery and standard medieval fare to put a ticking clock. Sure.
Yep, it makes sense.
Isn't that basically the same plot as fucking Hocus Pocus?
I need to see that again. I saw that when I was a little kid.
It was fine.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it, but I don't know that I really want to watch it again. I saw it like 2 years ago.
Okay.
For the first time.
I saw it when I was 8 a couple of times, I think, so I would definitely have a trip down nostalgia lane.
Well, I think by insulting the Hocus Pocus crowd and Christianity, I think that's everybody on the planet I've offended, so.
The Chinese?
Nah, they're fine. Love them.
Yeah. Beef and broccoli. Great stuff. Thanks for your contribution to the world.
And now that's everybody.
Good. Okay. There we go.
Jesus Christ.
Right, what about those uncontacted tribes?
Oh, I think they just hate us for being white, and honestly, can you blame them?
I hate myself for being white.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Fuck, so this is getting sad, and it's only been 30 minutes.
Hero Boy and Crackhead Gandalf arrive at Crackhead Gandalf's house. Hero Boy learns that Crackhead... I'm so tired of talking about Crackhead Gandalf already. I need to pick better names. He gives the whole speech. He's the last of the Seven Sons, also known as Spooks.
Please stop saying that.
Crackhead Gandalf tells Hero Boy, "You must stay in your chamber tonight." And of course, Hero Boy hears a noise and leaves his chamber, which ends up waking up as Fire Skeleton Knight, who proceeds to try to kill Hero Boy while Hero Boy flounders and evades for a minute or so.
Wait, a Fire Skeleton Knight?
Yeah, it's like a suit of armor.
Just like in the... Where are they staying?
Jeff Bridges' house, but it's like an old castle-y thing.
Okay, so they're... All right, it's not just wandering through... Okay, oh my god.
No,
right.
it more or less makes sense.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
But it's a flaming skeleton inside the knight suit.
I think I stopped paying attention for 2 seconds, and I came back to flaming skeleton knight, and then I don't even that broke my mind. Okay, got it. Fucking A.
So, just as the Fire Skeleton Knight is about to kill Hero Boy, Crackhead Gandalf swoops in and saves him. He insults Hero Boy and calls him a weak punk-ass bitch. Hero Boy gets pissed and throws a sword. Because this thing is throwing blades, and it, like, goes into a wall, like, right in front of Jeff Bridges' face.
Oh, God, right, the knives.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Throwing knives, throwing swords, that's his thing. We then get a teaching training montage with Hero Boy and Crackhead Gandalf, yada, yada, yada. Different kinds of monsters and witches and potions and Silverbane, use this for that. Crackhead Gandalf hands Hero Boy an ogre scrotum and says, "For your own enjoyment."
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
I remember getting my ogre scrotum when I was growing up.
Yeah, it's called puberty.
Yeah, sure. Let's call it that. Definitely an ogre scrotum down there. Definitely.
At the Witch Palace, there is a dude who shows up with an offering to Julianne Moore of his finest assassins. He's like one of her minions, I guess. I don't know. There's like multiple minions. It's never explained.
I did not expect to keep cutting back to the villains, but I guess they're all right.
Yeah,
I guess
it's a lot of back and forth.
Great.
We have to care about them, which we totally do.
Sure. It sounds like it.
Yeah. So one of the assassins accidentally glances at Julianne Moore as she walks past. She then uses her metal tail to stab the assassin in the chest and turn him into crumbling ash. And, I mean, to be honest, I'm just really tired of Julianne Moore getting typecast in this kind of role where she uses her metal tail to turn people into ash. Like, it's just like every movie she's in.
It's really crazy. You'd think at some point someone would just be like, yeah, she's one with a tail. Deal with it. You know?
Yeah.
Don't know that turn people into ash. But so help you God if you fuck up that Starbucks order. You are just ashed like that.
Where are we at now? Okay, Sexy Witch pulls her mother aside and says, "Dude, what the fuck's up with your sister? She's kind of a murderous bitch." And her mom says, "Man, quit being such a bummer. She's like super cool and powerful, and we just need to like undyingly be loyal to her in a reign of terror. Like, it's fine."
Oh, man. Thank you for spicing this very boring movie up till now up with your...
I had to.
I'll tell you what, I'm loving Crackhead Gandalf voice. I hope that one sticks around for a while.
The only word I can say
Spooks.
that's close enough to his accent is spook.
That is... I'm just going to go on a limb and say that's problematic. Oh, Christ.
God, Jeff Bridges, why? So, Sexy Witch is tasked by Julianne Moore with tracking Crackhead Gandalf. And Hero Boy wakes up in the middle of the night and finds Sexy Witch swimming nude by the moonlight in the lake where they're camping or whatever. Mm-hmm. She witches her way out of the lake into some dry clothes. When they touch hands, there's a blue spark. And she says, when a witch first meets the love of her life by moonlight, there's a blue spark. And they flirt a little and finger a little, and then she magically disappears. Crackhead Gandalf.
Hold on a fucking minute.
Okay, they don't actually finger.
Okay, believe it or not, I was going to ask about that, although I was vaguely curious. So, what was that scene? Well, you just laid down a lot of shit.
They're in love.
But, all right, I guess carry on. I have no further questions, Your Honor.
You're out of order.
I think so, yeah.
Crackhead Gandalf is summoned to the city to kill a terrifying monster, which I guess is a werebear, I believe. I was a little confused because they keep blowing dust in its face as they fight it, and then it turns into an Asian man, and then back into a werebear.
Fucking Ranma 1/2 just fucking broke out, which is a reference nobody will get.
I definitely didn't.
All right.
So, yeah, there's an epic fight, and finally the beast is retained, but Hero Boy refuses to burn him alive with oil, and Crackhead Gandalf gets all pissy and does it himself.
Yeah, I mean, it's a monster. You kill monsters, kid.
This is true. You're a seventh son of a seventh son. You're a spook!
Don't isolate that, please.
God, Jesus, no. Oh, boy.
Oh, if we're isolating stuff for a soundboard, whatever vague ideas of a career we have are shot. Don't worry, it's over. We're never going to be senators.
Hey, I will. Hero Boy sulks off and is all cranky because he doesn't want to murder everyone. And he bumps into Sexy Witch, and they kiss, and then fuck. And when they're lounging...
Is she just, like, fucking lost in the woods?
No, they're in the city now.
Bump into just at the fucking Alberts?
Well, she's tracking Crackhead Gandalf, so she shows
and
up
she hasn't put
are.
two and two together that he's the apprentice. Oh, my God.
No, I think she knows. Okay. I don't know. I'm not. I don't know. Fuck this movie. It doesn't make sense.
I'm upset.
So okay, she's a witch who's just like witching around, following Crackhead Gandalf. Crackhead Gandalf with his apprentice are supposed to go to Blood Moon period Tampon Mountain to kill Julianne Moore. So they're just like roughing it out, in the train heading toward the mountain, and then they get summoned into the city.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this is what I don't get. Like, after they have sex, they're lounging in post-coitus bliss in some lavish bedroom. I don't know how they have access to it.
Who cares?
It's weird.
Do you get any nudity of any sort?
No, not at all. No, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's PG.
Not
maybe
even
PG-13. But
really, not even an errant butt cheek.
No side boob. Like her exposed arms. Like I jerked off to it, but like, might as well just stuck with my routine of eating a corn dog and jerking off. It's about the same. So they're laying in bed together, and she says, "I wish I could just stay here forever." And he says, "Well, that's not really practical. Where would you go to the bathroom? I mean, sure, you could use a bedpan, but staying in bed forever would cause bed sores and muscle atrophy. Also, in this feudalistic economy, there's not really gainful employment that could be done in bed. It'll be another 1,000 years before the economical and technological developments allow you to be a marketing affiliate and use your MacBook Pro from your bed. Dumb bitch."
Movie of the year, huh?
Oh, God, amen.
Commercial
So Hero
disaster.
Boy goes back to Crackhead Gandalf, who explains that he was once in love with Julianne Moore before she turned evil when they were much younger.
This sounds so fucking stupid.
But yeah, so when they were much younger, they were in love. He used to drink a lot of White Russians and loved bowling.
Well, if you think about it.
Yep. It's the same universe.
He's a good man and thorough. Can we just can we please just talk about The Big Lebowski for the rest of this and pretend that life's awesome?
No, we gotta finish it. We gotta jerk it out, Larry.
Oh, God.
It's old pent-up cum and kidney stones that need to come out.
Oh, I don't want those two things to be combined.
So yeah, she turned evil, and then he moved on and found a wife. Julianne Moore then killed his wife, and then he imprisoned her in the mountain cave where he thought she would be trapped forever, because he's a fucking moron.
Yep.
She's an evil witch. Like, okay. Ended dragon. Whatever. That's not explained either.
I forgot she was a dragon.
Yeah.
Okay, yep, okay, got it.
So there were Crackhead, Gandalf, and Hero Boy are on the road when they're attacked by a massive boggart, which is not related at all to the Harry Potter monster. I don't know if that's like an actual thing.
Yeah, that's one of those like old English monsters that's always exists. I think it was like a D&D monster in like the first or second edition. Probably still is somewhere.
Oh, okay.
It's definitely one of those monsters I've heard of in other stuff.
It's basically a giant mole monster where it's like 3 stories tall but digs under the ground and can't see but can smell really well and all that shit. So there's an epic battle where they're trying to flee this thing, and Jeff Bridges and Hero Boy jump off a cliff into a river, and the boggart jumps after them and grabs a hold of Hero Boy, but he managed to stab it hard enough in the hand to let it go. And like, this is the action that Paul was talking about, where like, it's fine, it's vaguely entertaining, but I have no interest in it because I don't care about the characters, and it's also not particularly good action.
Right.
Where it's like base level exciting. But there's a lot of other action sequences that are just on the edge of your seat because it's so good. Right.
Like I would, when I think of, and I know we talked about this in the past, when I think of like good action sequences, I'm thinking like Lord of the Rings battles, Pirates of the Caribbean, any of their action scenes, for as bad as those movies are, their action set pieces are always awesome. Stuff like that, where everything comes together perfectly.
Exactly. And this is, it's not
Star
terrible,
Wars.
but it's just there. It's fine.
Right.
But then, of course, it ends up being stupid because Hero Boy and Boggart go over of course not, a massive waterfall, which kills the Boggart, but not Hero Boy.
Yep.
Sexy Witch's mother shows up as Hero Boy is, like, panting and wet in the grass, and is about to stab him in the chest, but his magic potato shoots out some sparks and stops the sword. And Witch Mama cries out,
But look at the Irish! Saved you, boy! You boy!
That's me sister's potato! How'd you get a hold of that?
Wait, who said that?
The Witch Mother. So it's
Okay.
Julianne Moore's potato.
Wait, oh my god, alright. Fuck, okay. This is so dumb.
And then she turns into a dragon and fucks off.
Oh, she's a dragon too, okay.
Yep.
So that means fucking our shitty Daenerys, who already sucks, spoiler.
So
is also a
crackhead
dragon.
Gandalf
Got it.
then tells Hero Boy that the sacred witchy potato is a witchy potato, and therefore his mom must be a witch, which explains his PTSD visions, and they're actually visions of the future.
Okay.
Some fucking shit.
Fucking co-directed by M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah. Twist. Julianne Moore tells Sexy Witch, the mother shows up and tells Julianne Moore, the little boy's got your potato, and Julianne Moore's, my potato. So she tells Sexy Witch the only way Hero Boy will be spared is if Sexy Witch steals back the witchy potato. Then Julianne Moore and her minions of monster people show up at the city where crackhead Gandalf killed the Asian werebear, and they lay waste to the city.
Okay.
And it turns out Hero Boy's mom
Oh my god.
is in the city on business. But remember, she's a witch, and she starts fighting back against the forces of evil.
Okay, so that is his real mom.
Yes.
Okay. I thought by sexy mom witch, I'm losing track of what the qualifier for the mom, the primary witch girl, banged witch girl, her mom. I forget the qualifier you gave to her.
Sexy witch mom?
Okay, sexy witch mom. I thought sexy witch mom said, "Hey, that's Julianne Moore's potato," but was implying that Julianne Moore was his mother.
No.
Okay. See, that's where I thought this was going, which would somehow be even dumber.
Hero Boy's mother stole the potato from Julianne Moore.
All right.
I guess.
See. Yep.
I don't really know.
Okay. And thus the IRA was formed.
Where are we at here? Hero Boy. Oh, okay, yeah. So Julianne Moore wraps Hero Boy's mom up with her tail and stabs her, and she turns into ash dust, whatever.
So uninspired.
Sexy Witch shows up and steals the witchy potato without Hero Boy even noticing. Hero Boy runs after her into the woods, but the dude with all the assassins shows up, and there's an epic battle. And by epic battle, I mean fucking Hero Boy just runs like a little bitch, a little weak-ass piece of shit.
Is that a knife?
Because he can't fight. Because he hasn't learned how to fight, and is terrible at fighting.
Right. What?
Remember that.
Yeah, I mean... Okay. God damn. Oh, this sounds horrendous.
It's bad.
I didn't expect to be upset about this review, but I'm getting a little upset. It sounds really terrible.
So, crackhead Gandalf and they have some monster goon that they travel with who doesn't really talk. I forget his name. It's like he's basically Chewbacca.
Okay.
He's a giant, ugly, weird-looking thing that kind of grunts.
All right.
He gets, knocked off a cliff, but he never dies. He comes back and helps. He really doesn't matter. But crackhead Gandalf gets kidnapped, and he has to be brought alive to Julianne Moore, because she still wants to fuck him, apparently. We'll see about that.
Mm-hmm.
Hero Boy falls off a cliff, but somehow is completely fine again.
How many cliffs has he fucking fallen off now?
Plenty. He just gets knocked a little unconscious, and his ghost mother shows up and tells him, sonny boy, I'm dead, but you're special, because you're a seventh son, and the son of a witch, and you have my magic potato. Oh, you lost the potato, you stupid fucking idiot. Great, what are you gonna do now? You dumb fuck.
I don't know how it would compare against someone who really knows how to, I almost said Italian and Irish accent, but it's pretty good, man. You should work on that one. You should keep that one in the pocket.
Irish isn't too bad. That's one I can more or less do. So crackhead Gandalf is presented to Julianne Moore. She's wearing the witchy potato. God damn.
That really worked out.
That's so stupid.
Oh, Christ.
She's wearing the witchy potato and tells him to look at her and that the darkness is in him now and he should join her. Crackhead Gandalf goes slack-jawed and starts walking toward her and is about to give in. But Sexy Witch snatches the magic witchy potato from around Julianne Moore's neck and runs away. Which causes crackhead Gandalf... Yeah, seriously. Crackhead Gandalf, like, comes back to his senses and is like, "Oh, Julianne Moore, I don't want to fuck you." Oh. Sexy Witch's mom pleads with Julianne Moore not to kill her daughter. Julianne Moore flings crackhead Gandalf aside and then turns into a dragon and goes to kill Sexy Witch, but Sexy Witch's mom turns into a dragon and her and Julianne Moore start dragon fighting.
Oh boy. I bet that looks great.
Yeah. I mention it later. The CGI is not bad, but also not as good as it should have been for 2014 for a $100 million movie.
Yeah, for $100 million? Yeah, it better be fucking top notch.
It was fine. It's fine. So the magic potato gets stuck under a stone pillar that falls down. So yeah, there's that. Hero Boy shows up and grabs Sexy Witch and puts a knife to her throat, demanding the witchy potato, but she says, "Shit, fam, I lost the fucking potato. I'm sorry, bro." And he's like, fuck, whatever. We're cool. It's good. So lead assassin guy turns into a giant lizard monster with axes on chains.
Okay.
Don't ask.
Interesting.
And starts chasing crackhead Gandalf, but then crackhead Gandalf, like, "Oh, don't be a little putz. Fight me like a man. Have some honor." So the assassin guy changes back into the man, but still has the axes on chains and gives crackhead Gandalf an axe chain in the axe chain fight.
Okay.
It's fucking dumb.
Assassins aren't generally known for honor, but hey, I'm not writing the movie. I'm over here writing Ye Old Jesus.
God, it's gonna be so good. It probably should be a musical, shouldn't it?
I feel like fucking they did a funny Jesus musical already. There was a movie that people liked that I hated. In like the early 2010s.
Wasn't that Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat?
No, I don't think that's comedy. Or if it is, it's like family comedy.
Yeah, God, the worst.
It had was it Hamlet 2? It was like Hamlet 2. That might have been a plot point in the movie.
Are you having a fever dream right now?
No. There was, because it's like there was a song in it that was like "Rock Me Sexy Jesus." Oh, it was a movie that like a bunch of my friends really thought was funny, and then I watched it and I was like, this is nothing. Does nothing for me.
I remember that song title now.
Yeah, and there was but it was like Hamlet 2, and it had a time traveling Jesus. So I don't think, and it was terrible. It was a dumb, like, it wasn't like that was a plot point that like a stoner guy was the Jesus in the movie. It wasn't as cool as time traveling Jesus fighting crime, which is another thing I'm gonna write. But.
Right. I think Ye Old Jesus maybe should be very dark.
Yeah, I don't think it might have one like sad musical number that like his mom sings or something. I don't know. This Seventh Son is fucking boring me to tears.
We're almost done.
I know. I'm shocked that it's not like. I mean, we're getting some yucks out of it, but fuck's sake, this sounds horrendous.
It's very bad. It's definitely one of the worst movies I've seen. I'm sure not the worst, but
infuriating, but it just sounds so fucking stupid and dull.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So, crackhead Gandalf ends up killing assassin guy with the axe chain. Whatever, not a big deal.
Whatever.
Suddenly, Hero Boy is a great fighter and defeats several of the expert assassins single-handedly. He happens upon the Witchy Stone and puts it on and grabs crackhead Gandalf's magic staff, and his full powers now appear, and he kills a jaguar witch by staffing some fire into her chest, and she dissolves. He then saves Sexy Witch by dissolving a blue genie with 4 arms with his magic potato and staff of fire. You're muted, Larry.
Motherfucking goddamn it, piece of... What are you talking about? What is happening? What? This whole review, you have talked about 5 characters. And then all of a sudden there's fucking genies and jaguar witches and...
Yeah,
I mean, fucking tits. I guess it's 6 with the assassin.
None of them have more than like 30 seconds of screen time. Again, Julianne Moore is like minions that kind of do her bidding, and we see them lay waste to the city briefly. But yeah, they're not characters.
Okay.
They're extras, basically.
All right. Fucking, oh, Lord.
So again, he's suddenly magically an amazing fighter and just can defeat the assassins that hours ago. He could not.
Right, and is he using his... So does he have magic... Okay, I use magic. Does he have, like, sword-throwing power from being a seventh son of a seventh son? Or
It's
is he
not
just
made clear.
good at throwing blades?
Some of his... I don't know. He kills some of them with blade throwing, and then I forget when all the kills happen, but he is really good at evading the assassons and their multiple swords.
I mean, like, I was vaguely... to me, it's vaguely interesting to have, like, your generic hero knight character be like a knife thrower, at least as far as an action set piece goes. That's like, all right, yeah, I don't see a lot of that. You know, a lot of lights.
Visually, it's all right.
Jon Snow's just swinging a fucking sword when he kills people, but you know, you got a guy throwing knives. That's something. But why does his run and now he's just using CGI? It's fucking stupid. You had me for a second, movie. I was vaguely interested in that for a second.
No, don't vaguely be interested in anything.
Yeah, you're right.
It's trash. Julianne Moore and her sister, they're having their dragon fight, and they end up falling out of the sky and turning back into humans. Julianne Moore then kills her sister by stabbing her in the neck with her long claw fingernail things.
Just one trick, huh? Oh, no, the fingernails. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's a different trick.
Trick and a half, yep.
Mm-hmm. And Sexy Witch cries, "Ma'am, kill me, ma'am."
Played by Cartman.
Yeah. All of her minions have been killed in the fracas.
Jesus Christ. Hold on. Wait a fucking horse dickin' minute. I go back to... Do fucking Jeff Bridges and Hero Boy have an army?
No. It's Jeff Bridges, Hero Boy, Sexy Witch kind of fights some people. I forget if she gets some kills. And then there's the ogre goon who's with them. He shows up.
What's the ratio of minions to heroes?
At least 4-1.
Oh my god! All right, sure, whatever. Jesus Christ! I'm glad I didn't have to watch this. I'd be upset.
I basically had to do a double take because I was like, okay, so Julianne Moore's weakened now, and wait, everyone else is dead. All their minions? What? How? Why? How did that? No.
And our heroes have not a scratch on them, I'm sure.
No, of course not. Oh, Jeff Bridges has a scratch.
Well,
he's got a little scratch.
He's fine. He'll drink it off.
He'll crackhead it off. That's what crack is for.
Is it?
God, I hope so. That's why I've been doing it. She goes into her bedroom. Julianne Moore does. And crackhead Gandalf goes after her. They banter for a moment, and he goes to stab her, but she grabs him by the neck with her claws, but Hero Boy throws a knife into her belly, and she's dead.
Okay, sure.
And the villain's over.
All right, great. Well, that was a waste.
He uses his super magic staff and witchy potato to burn her corpse. So closure. Back at Crackhead Gandalf's house, Crackhead Gandalf brands Boy Hero's hand with... I don't want to say this, but the spook signal. It's what all spooks have branded on their hands.
Jesus Christ. I can't. How do you fucking... Oh, my Lord. How do you not think that through?
It's not even a good name.
No,
it's not even a cool name. Like, aside from the racial overtones.
Right. It's like not a name that inspires... either terror, confidence, fear, inspiration, anything. Heroism. It's just, I don't know, man.
Yep. It's just a weird choice. A really weird choice. So he's branded now. And Crackhead Gandalf gives him the keys to his house and is like, it's your house now. And he rides off to destinations unknown on his horse.
All right.
Sexy Witch shows up and sees the brand and says, "Oh shit, fam, you seventh son spooky thing, I guess we can't be fucking. I'll see you around sometime or whatever." And she disappears. And that's the end of the movie.
What?
Yep.
What? They was already fucking.
Not anymore.
Oh, Lord, that's terrible.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, boy.
What was the point? What was the point? Okay, now, I know... Well, what was the point of, as writers, and I'm not even going to say of Kit Harrington, of the Kit Harrington character, how much did these fucking morons pay for Kit Harrington in probably the most popular that would have been, so Game of Thrones was 2011, this was 2014, probably filmed in 2013, so it's season 2 or 3 of Game of Thrones, when the show was still good, and close to the
huge
books, and crazy high popularity, and no one's seen his dick yet, and I don't think you ever see his dick in the show. Everybody's very excited about this Jon show. How much did they fucking pay for him to appear for 5 minutes in a
I
role
want to know.
that is utterly meaningless in literally every way? It's just set dressing for nothing.
That's the whole movie, set dressing for nothing.
It's set dressing just so that instead of fucking Aqua Teen Hunger Force, which starts with you seeing the fucking, I forget the guy's name, the Doctor's lair at the beginning of Aqua Teen Hunger Force in somewhere in New Jersey, which is actually where it is somewhere in New Jersey. I don't remember fucking, but anyway, instead of opening with Julianne Moore in this cave, they're like, we gotta make sure we get her to this cave, so let's fucking pay a third of our budget to Kit Harrington.
I'm sure it put butts in seats. Seeing his name on the poster.
I guess it did. I guess it did. Well, not enough because it was a commercial disaster.
In North America, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, final thoughts. The story is only vaguely coherent. A lot of plot points are just shoved in your face to keep the creaky story moving forward. Julianne Moore and Jeff Bridges both overact like crazy. I gave you Jeff Bridges. Julianne Moore is just like typical witch villain. Like, just ham-fisted shit. Sexy Witch and Boy Hero are wooden, can't act their way out of paper bags. The love story is trash, not fleshed out, chemistry shaky at best. At least the romance isn't a happy ending, I guess. And it's not a good ending, but at least they don't just live in Jeff Bridges' old house and have babies.
Yeah, it got your expectations subverted a little bit, I guess.
Slightly, a little bit.
For nothing.
The ease with which the forces of evil are defeated is so bad.
It really seems to suffer from a lack of characters, too, for, like, a medieval story like this. It's just...
Yeah, and especially some of the minion characters are... They're not fleshed out at all, but their set design is kind of cool. Or, like, there's the genie with 4 arms, there's the jaguar witch, there's the assassin guy, and... Yeah, I don't know, you just give 5 minutes a shtick about them, or have them have their little ensemble thing.
Right. Have them
and
fucking
been a lot
show
better.
up, and instead of killing a boggart, have them fight the genie for 5 minutes. And the genie's like, oh, and fucks off,
Yeah, and then when the minions are killed, it would be a little more meaningful.
Right, or it's like round 2, motherfucker. Yeah, instead of just another generic...
Just trash.
Lame.
Again, the CGI is fine, but leaves something to be desired from when it was made. Cinematography is pretty good overall. It's decently well shot, and the set design and costumes are fine. Nothing utterly mind-blowing, but it wasn't terrible. The world felt immersive enough.
Yeah,
that wasn't like a complaint.
From the little tiny bit I saw of it, it looked fine.
Yeah, the overall look of the movie was great.
There's a lot of money thrown into it.
Not great. It was good.
And it doesn't seem to be a complete money laundering like Scales.
Right. So, okay, you've seen clips of this movie, and you can tell it's a professionally made movie.
Yes.
Scales Mermaids Are Real was made for a quarter of the budget of this movie.
I watched a couple minutes here and there, Scales, after that review, because I couldn't fucking believe that was real. And yeah, it's mind-boggling. Especially after watching a season and a half of H2O, comparing the two properties.
I still hate you so much that you like that show. There's something wrong with you.
Yeah, by the way, H2O side episode is coming very soon.
You're disgusting.
You
vile.
I hate myself slightly less than I hate you.
So, my score for this is 2 out of 10.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. Parts of the story are vaguely coherent.
It just sounds like nothing happened.
Very little happened.
It sounds like I get nothing out of it. Hearing you describe it, I get nothing out of this. I have no desire to see it. I have no desire to do anything with it. I kind of want to... I'm going to listen to fucking 30 seconds of Jeff Bridges talk because your voice is incredible. But yeah, nothing else out of this. It just sounds terrible.
I cared not one iota. And it was the only thing remotely engaging was just the action, and hey, it's a fantasy action movie, and it's kind of fun for 30 seconds here and there.
Right.
That's the only reason it's not a 1 out of 10.
Ugh, Jesus.
Not much holding it up. Yeah, that was bad.
What a fucking waste.
So, all right, let's actually read the emails from our beloved listener who we didn't neglect in our spam.
I genuinely feel awful. I'm so sorry we missed these. I probably was an asshole about it too. Like, oh, nobody ever emails us. Oh yeah, no, somebody, our fucking devoted listener, was.
So this is back from July, which is not long after we came back from like a 1.5-year hiatus, and he picked right back up with us. Mm-hmm. So,
and
Michael
he'd been a listener before because he's messaged on Facebook before too.
Yes, he's probably our best listener.
Yeah. Probably.
Hey guys. I just wanted to say I'm so glad you started up again and think you guys are just as good, if not better than before. So clearly he has brain damage of some kind.
Yep. Something's wrong with him.
Also, Isaac, congrats on sobriety. I come from a long line of alcoholics, so I definitely understand the frustrations and issues. Just to be candid, sobriety and addiction is a hard thing that I'm still working on. But thank you very much for your kind thoughts, and that does mean a lot to me to hear that. Mm. He goes on to say, I'm so glad my favorite podcast, again, he has brain damage. So glad my favorite podcast is back in action. And best of luck, Isaac. I remember seeing Zoom years ago, and it's hot fucking garbage. Also, I was the guy who reached out on Facebook way back when, so thanks for the mention on your Welcome Back episode. I completely forgot we did that.
No, I remember doing that. I remember him. So yeah,
he says, hang in there, you two. Your podcast brings me great joy, and I'm glad you're both back.
Aww.
Which is the sweetest email I've ever read.
It's really,
Even the loved ones I have in my life don't send me emails like that.
It's true, yeah.
It's like, your court date is this, and get your car off my lawn that.
I've gotten those your court date is this emails.
So thank you so much for writing in. We're sorry we lost track.
Oh yeah, no, it's terrible.
We're gonna be better. We'll be better.
I'm genuinely confused as to why I did not get these because everything from that email is supposed to go to my phone. Because Paul's did.
And
Christ.
If it wasn't bad enough, he wrote in again in September. Awful movie I recently watched on Netflix. You guys can check out is Aftermath with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I actually did look into this movie, and it does look like a hot mess. But it looks too depressing. It's like an airline pilot or an air traffic controller who causes a plane to crash.
Oh, dear.
And then the father of one of the victims is super pissed and, like, harasses him. I guess it's like a weird psychological thriller, but it just seems really sad.
Oh,
and I'm
Jesus.
sure it's terrible.
It sounds like
but
Changing Lanes.
I don't know if we could make it funny. It just sounds too sad, and I don't know.
I feel like we could make.
Thank you very much
funny
for the suggestion, and if you want to take a look at it and subject me to it, feel free. But
I'll take a look.
Yeah,
I got something special in mind for you coming up for this next episode. But yes, thank you so much for emailing in. We really appreciate it, and I cannot believe we're somebody's favorite podcast. That blows my mind, and I do question your sanity, Michael. But thank you regardless.
Best of luck with the severe head injuries that you must have had in your life.
Yeah, if you need medical help, I will, I'll throw you a buck or two.
Yeah, he'll do mouth to mouth. You'll do mouth to mouth on all of our fans, right? It's a Patreon level.
Yeah, I'll do that. Sure. No, I said I'd never fuck any of our fans, and I don't know. That's flirting dangerously close to a sexual act with a fan.
I guess you won't do ass to mouth then. Prude.
Not with a fan. My girlfriend said, I should listen to this podcast. I said, nope, you can't. Sorry. I made a promise.
All right, so
it's not true.
Next week, Larry, I got a spicy movie for you.
All right. It's been a couple weeks now since we had to take a little hiatus from my fucking stupid idiot fat dumbass drop my own goddamn laptop. So I'm kind of in the mood to watch something bad, actually. I'm gonna regret it, but I'm kind of like ready for this time.
Movie. I forgot to check. I'm pretty sure the lead of this movie has won Best Actor at the Academy Awards.
Interesting.
And I'm sure the female lead, has won many Grammys.
Grammys.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
This is a little picture called The Wedding Planner, starring.
That's Adam Sandler, isn't it?
No, that's the Wedding Singer you're thinking of. This stars Matthew McConaughey and J-Lo.
Oh, I started the fucking movie.
Good old Netflix. You're going back in the J-Lo verse.
Have I seen this? I may have seen this. This seems right. Wait, yeah. What else was J-Lo in that I watched?
Anaconda.
Right. It's been a while. It's been a minute. The only thing I remember about Anaconda is how much I love saying the word cube. The wedding planner. Wedding planner Mary Fiore is saved from an accident by the man of her dreams. Which, just before I finish, Michael McConaughey with fucking weird ramen noodle blonde hair. He looks like fucking 2010 era Dolph Ziggler hair. Only to discover that he happens to be her latest client's fiance. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, it's the thing about romance movies I hate the most. It's when they're in a relationship.
Yeah, you're going to have fun. Now, you're going to have to try not to look this up.
I don't think I've seen it. I'm thinking about it, no. But I feel like one of my ex-girlfriends really liked this movie, maybe.
So, Matthew McConaughey's fiance is played by an attractive blonde woman.
Okay.
And she is... I know her very well from another role, but I couldn't picture her. I didn't know what it was until I looked it up, and then it's clear as day. So try to see if you can figure it out by only looking at her face in the movie.
Okay.
And try not to look it up.
Okay.
I'm just going to let you sit on it till next week.
Oh,
then you have to try not to Google it.
Great. I'm very excited for that. Man, I fucking hate romance movies. God damn it. This one has to be better than some of the ones I've watched. It's got J-Lo in it. J-Lo's good. I liked her in Anaconda. Now that I remember that was what she was in that I saw.
Kate wanted me to give you the Baby Shark movie.
There's a Baby Shark. I have somehow managed to never hear that song. And it's become sort of like, it became popular and I was like, I haven't heard it. And it became one of those things where it's like, I'm going to never hear it.
Guess I might have to give you that movie.
Well, Isaac, you'll be watching the Baby Shark movie. No, I actually have something. So that's me next week. I've got fucking Wedding Planner.
The Wedding Planner.
The Wedding Planner. The only one. J-Lo is the only wedding planner in existence. Very busy. Very busy. No time for love. You're going to be watching a movie which is stars someone who I'm pretty fond of and is a very good actor, and directed by funny again. It's amazing how we are on the same wavelength sometimes. Directed by someone we've had already on the show, an old friend of yours and a hated man of mine, Eli Roth.
Oh, no.
And I do know this movie has titties, which, again, I always hesitate to give you titty movies. But this is a movie called Knock Knock.
Oh. Is that Keanu Reeves?
That is Keanu Reeves. So my one of my dearest friends, Tim, and his girlfriend watched this movie. She was the one who remembers watching Zoom when she was younger, and I think you were calling her a Nazi or something because you're horrible. And
sounds about right.
They told me in no uncertain terms this was the worst movie they'd ever seen.
Really?
And I watched a few clips. They said they couldn't even finish it. I watched a few clips, and it looks pretty bad. But I'm very curious as to what the fuck is going on in this goddamn thing. And because it's Eli Roth, it was too perfect. He strikes again, which he directed Cabin Fever, which I did.
Yes,
some time ago.
Among horror movie buffs, he's pretty well liked.
Yeah.
And
it's funny because I had picked out another movie. I don't remember if we talked about it earlier in this episode or before we started recording. I had picked out another movie for you that I was really excited about, and it was and then I saw it was too fucking long. But I saw it was the same production house as this one. And I was like, oh, that's a good sign. So I need to see if Eli Roth did that one too, actually, because that might be...
quality.
That might be too good.
So, this, what is it called again? Knock Knock. I'll have to make up some Knock Knock jokes. That'll be my bit.
That's actually an awesome bit.
A devoted husband and father on his own for the weekend has his life turned inside out after giving shelter to two young women during a storm.
I think that's also how Human Centipede opens, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't like shelter during a storm.
Mm-hmm.
I actually saw...
That's kind of what happens in Tusk, too, sort of, a little bit, I think. It's been a while.
Yeah, no, really, that is exactly... Fuck. Trash.
Eli Roth.
Right, I already have a knock-knock joke. I heard it on Twitter earlier today. Or not
Lord.
Twitter, on TikTok.
Thank you.
The
I was
best
going to
social
say,
media
when did you
place.
switch from TikTok to Twitter? Because switch back.
Never. Never. I like my Chinese overlords. So, Larry, did I ever tell you my Nazi knock-knock joke?
No, Isaac, you just heard it today.
Knock-knock.
Who's there?
We will ask the questions here!
I have made a terrible mistake.
So I'm going to spend 2 weeks Googling knock-knock jokes.
I have made a terrible, terrible mistake. I don't know. You're the queen of fucking lame humor. Why didn't I foresee this? I've made a terrible mistake.
I liked how you paused on Queen when deciding if that was the right word and then committed to it halfway through.
It just seems more appropriate than King. I don't know. Something about the queen of lame humor is more cutting. Not
true,
because of the gender implications. It just seems like a fouler cut.
I live on Blood Tampon Moon Mountain as the queen of bad jokes. Oh, shit.
Oh,
Well, we are the Bowels of Netflix. Stay tuned over the next couple of weeks. We got a couple interesting ones coming your way.
Yep. And like I said, I want to get together. I need to jot down a couple of notes where I'm going to cover season 1 of H2O Memories Are Real because I cannot stop watching it. I'm halfway through season 2.
Larry is a sick man,
Takes
everybody.
a notable
Please
dip after season 1 ends, by the way.
keep him in your thoughts and prayers because he is not well. Find us on the internet. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. Send us an email, bowsandnetflix@gmail.com. We will make sure you don't live in the spam folder for 9 months.
Yeah, but I promise is this time. Not going to let that happen again.
We're so sorry, Michael.
I'm deeply ashamed it happened the first time.
Thank you for your kind words. We'll take more.
Yeah.
We need more.
Yeah, but feel free to email in. I gotta check. I think there's something wrong with our iTunes listing. I want to check that our iTunes listing is fixed so we can maybe ask people to rate us too, because I don't know how any of this shit works. But
I think I'll have to look at it.
Yeah, I don't know. Stuff's got to be, like I said, this summer I want to devote to getting a website put together, like a legit one, not the Libsyn free one. You know, I want to pump some time and energy into the show this summer.
We're gonna stretch out our bowels this summer.
Yeah,
it's gonna be the summer of stink.
That is phenomenal, Isaac. God damn, sometimes we're fucking branding geniuses. The summer of stink. This is gonna be the summer of stink.
It better be.
It's gonna be now because we have to live up to that. It's outstanding name. Outstanding name. Bless
We have
you.
something to look forward to now.
I mean, yeah. Hey, the pressure's on now. We're somebody's favorite podcast. That's a tall order. Feeling the pressure.
How long before we find out he's killed a celebrity?
I'm not gonna even.
Don't kill a celebrity.
We wanted our fans to give some celebrity a firm handshake and tell them the bowels sent them, but I don't remember who it is.
I don't remember. You can mail a celebrity a hot dog.
I don't think it was Ice Cube, but that's the only person in my head anymore. Visions
It was
of
probably the
Ice
snake
Cubes
from Anaconda.
dancing in my head.
If you meet the snake from Anaconda, give it a firm handshake.
Yeah, well, he's dead. That was a documentary.
Oh, right. Forgot.
Now, the real question is, can I tie in Anaconda and the Wedding Planner?
You damn well better. That's why I gave you this.
The fucking Anaconda-verse continues to get larger.
Oh, God. Well, thank you so much for listening. We love you. Rate,
We
subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family. Stay tuned for next week. We'll be back.
All right. Smell you later from the ashes of Julianne Moore's tail. I don't know. This fell apart.